Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We are Team 4 Guardians for Software Engineering 1 for the fall selection. Today we are bringing you our application. Our application is a train reservation system for users to be able to travel from one location to another. Users will be able to log in, they will be able to purchase tickets, and they will be able to add things to their ticket like amenities. And then they will be able to view their reservation details, and at a later date they will be able to change those details. Our project starts with a few constants. Amenities is our first constant. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, parking. These are amenities that are optional for the user to add for their comfort level that they choose and that they can afford. We have our ticket info, including base price tickets. We have sleeper tickets. Basically, if the user wants to be able to buy a bed on the train, they can do that. If they just want a regular seat, they can do that. Our way of converting our information to text files is by taking these array lists and then writing them to file in order to save the information. Currently, we are only saving the text files on our own computers. The user will be able to use this information on their own computer, and it will not be transferable as of right now. We have routes, array lists of routes. Like I said, we have our different choices of seats or sleeper cars. We are able to load users. User will sign in using a name and a password. The password must be 8 characters long at this moment. The user reservation class takes in every attribute it needs in order to create a reservation, and then it will return a string of reservation details when the user requests it. Our GUI is a large portion of our project. We have many different JPanel add-ons, and then we create a JFrame in the lookup where we add everything in. Before I launch the project, I will briefly go over our JUnit tests. So most of our major classes, or all of our major classes, have JUnit tests that test the functionality of the project. We created these tests before moving in and actually writing the code, and all of these tests are passing. So now I will launch the project by going to main.java and running as a Java application. Here we have 3 buttons. We have purchase ticket, reservation details, and cancel trip. Our GUI window pops up with a bullet train showing the type of train you could travel on. When we click purchase ticket, we have many different JPanels put together in this screen. If you would like the express or non-express is of course going to cost the least, express will cost more. Where are you departing from? Where do you want to go? What type of seat do you prefer? What's your comfort level again? Hard seat's going to be the least expensive. Luxury sleeper is going to be the most expensive, which is why it's on the bottom. If you'd like to add amenities, breakfast, lunch, dinner, parking, photo, you can add as many as you'd like, or you can not add any if you'd like. I will select a few. When you click next, here, when you click next, you can either log in or create an account. You cannot do anything in this application saving to a text file without, first of all, having an account that is logged in. So username can be whatever you choose it to be. And then the restriction on the password is it must be 8 characters long. I will create an account. Username is taken. I will retry a new one. So here we have what I previously selected, And here's the total miles for the trip, amenities. We are still working on that currently. Our total cost, and our confirmation ID, which is what we will use in the next sprints to gather information. Now, if I confirm purchase, we have booked the trip and we have saved it to that user ID. Now we can click on reservation details. We can sign in. User is not found. Now the user has to exist before we see any reservation details. Right now we have statically input this information just to give you a representation of what we will be working with in the future. So we will have our trip destination, the miles we have traveled, the amenities, total cost, our ID. In the future, this will actually hold information for the user. Right now, it is just a representation of what we will see. And then in the future, we can also cancel our trip, which will delete our information. And then we will get that seat back. So each train car only holds a certain amount of seats for each level of comfort, and once it has reached the max capacity, no other user will be able to actually save that or purchase a ticket for that. That is our project currently. Thank you so much for joining us today.